In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the washer and coolant overflow tank reservoirs. This is a 2-in-1 assembly. They are located right on the backside of your fan shroud in the engine compartment. So let's get started. Once again, right behind your fan shroud is going to be your overflow tank as well as the washer fluid tank assembly. There is a hose here connecting the coolant side of it to the radiator right below the radiator cap. We have to disconnect this hose. You don't have to reuse it, but you can if you would like to, although the new one comes with a new piece of hose. So I'm going to discard this and use the new one. There are two 10mm bolts, one here and one here. Remove them both. If you look on the back side, you'll see two electrical connectors as well as a piece of hose here. This is your washer hose. This right here is your washer pump. You're going to have to pry up on that red locking tab. There we go. Now you can press on the center of that connector and pull it straight up. Oh, going to have to fish for that later. Okay, squeeze that, take that out. I'm not going to take this hose off yet, but I will unclip it. I'm going to try and come up as far as I can with the hose or with the reservoir, because if I disconnect the hose, fluid will start coming out. Next, I'm going to disconnect the level sensor, which is also for the washer tank. Down here, it's got a red locking tab. Pry that out of the way, and then you'll be able to disconnect the connector. There we go. Now you should be able to pull up on this reservoir. The only thing connected is going to be the hose for the washer tank. Flip it over, and you can see it right here. Pull it off, but have a finger ready to plug the hole, because fluid will come out through the washer pump. Not so much through the hose, but definitely the washer pump. There we go. However, if you're replacing this because your washer tank is broken, then that's no problem, because it's probably already empty. Let's take all of this out. I'm not going to remove the pump or the sensor because our new tank comes with them. So just set this aside. Here's our new assembly. On the bottom, you have two large tabs that need to slide down into the fan shroud. But we can't go too far because we have to connect the hose first. We're going to basically reverse the process. So whatever we ended with is what we're going to start. Put the hose on. I'm going to worry about routing it in a minute. For now, I just want to flip this around and place it down where it belongs. Okay, this pretty much fell right into place by itself, so that's great. Let's attach it. I have one mounting bolt over here and one over here. Snug that one up as well. Let's plug it in. Let's reroute this hose. Make sure it's clamped on tight here into its cutout. There we go. You gotta press it on fairly firmly. Okay. Make sure it follows this path so it's not in the way of the fan or anything else. And let's plug in the electrical connectors. They're different, so you can only plug them in into their corresponding plug. This one for the level sensor, make sure that clicks, and this one for the washer pump. Oops, get that back in there, make sure that clicks. I did find the locks that fell off, so this is the lock for the washer pump, and I just slide that back into position all the way down, and this right here is the lock for the level sensor. There we go. Slide that down. So at this point, we can fill them up. Connect the new hose. Make sure it's fully bottomed out. Just like that. And make sure it's not kinked here. Now we have to fill these two reservoirs. I'm going to start with the washer fluid. I'm just going to reuse my old washer fluid since I still had some. I'm going to do my best to carefully pour it out of this reservoir. As for coolant, make sure you use manufacturer specified coolant and only fill this up to the full line, which you can see right about here. If you overfill it, it can overflow. That's full. Close it off, clean up your mess, and run the truck. Make sure everything works perfectly fine.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.